Hello and welcome to the Uncle No Identities YouTube channel, and in today's video we're going to take a look at my 2002 Subaru WRX STI from Tamiya in 1/24 scale. The car was painted in metallic blue X13 from Tamiya, and there is no clear coat over the vehicle. As we can see on this car, it has a rear wiper blade. It's right-hand drive. It's got a stick shift in there, as we can see. Looks like we have some Recaro seats. If I swing the car sideways, if I can get the light just right, and you look to the inside of the car, there, don't focus on the glass. Wants to focus on the outside. So on the inner door panels, you can see right there, I painted that blue. The seats are not painted as how the instructions say to paint them, but they're painted how I wanted them. So they have German gray seat backs and seat bottoms, and where the side bolsters come up on the legs, they are red. And up top, as we can see, those two are red. That were like the sort of, I guess you could call where the cobra back is, where those lines are, painted that red. We swing to the back, and the headrests are red too. The center seat is painted gray in the middle, all the way. They are gray centers on the outboard rear seats and gray center on the center seat. I don't know if this was me or if it's just the kit, but unfortunately, only one Brembo decal survives. The Brembo decals on the back are missing, and the Brembo, and on the driver's side, because it's Japanese, that Brembo decal is missing. I did put the decals on, and I tried using some Testors decal set. Either the decals are just too tiny and too fiddly, or I don't know, but they just didn't stick. Just about every other decal I put on there stuck. But as you can see, like in the grill here, oops, let me get my finger out of the way. You can still see the clear film around it. I don't really know how to get rid of that. I've put a few layers of decal set on there and it just doesn't go away, so before I break that, I'm just going to leave it as is. As we can see, I'm running the fog light covers with the STI logos. And if anyone's wondering what happened up here, well, this is Colin McRae's daily driver, I guess. And Colin McRae went around a corner too fast, rolled the thing, and whoosh, damaged the roof glass. Surprisingly, the roof itself has held up. It's not caved in, but the glass right on the corner just broke. Colin McRae got really lucky in this one. But as we can see, the central mirror is broke off in the crash, and no one has ever seemed to find what happened to it. But like that one guy said in the movie, I think it's Cannonball Run, the number one rule of Italian driving: what's behind you is not important. And Colin just kept on driving. Because, well, he doesn't need that rear mirror. Of course, he's got two mirrors on the sides anyway. On the bottom, the car looks super clean and is still unpainted in some areas. The rear axle and drive shaft assembly should be painted, but I've just not really ever painted that. It sits down like this, so you never see it anyway. We got the Impreza logo, the WRX, Impreza and STI badging, and the chrome exhaust tip. And in this here car, as we can see, these cars only came with one exhaust tip. Let me flip it over again. One pipe coming from the exhaust system to the catalytic, all the way back to the passenger side and out one side. I have a WRX, and on mine and other WRXs, like the 22 and 23, which is what I have, splits in the back, and then it's the 21 and prior. I don't know how far back it goes, but those have dual quads going out the back. But this one, being a 2002, only has a singular exhaust, which is not bad, but I think I prefer the dual quads better on the modern ones. This is an STI model, and we can tell because of the wing, but it's not the wing that you think of, at least not the one I think of. Because when I think of STI, I think of the big wing, the one that comes like way off to the side and stands up. This is early 2000s. I think in the 90s they might have had wings too, or just duckbill spoilers, but again, this is 2002, so that was the wing for the STI. As we can see, the third brake light here is on the wing. It's got the decals on the side here, the side markers. One of the really cool things about this car is the how they were designed and how they were built. If you notice right here, you can see in the highlight here, this sort of flare out, and especially it's more prominent up front. Let's see if I can put my fingers on it. Yep. Right here, you see that flaring? This is early 2000s wide body right here. Look at that. Right where I have the car sitting right now, you can see this rounding piece right here. How it just goes out and then comes back in. It's a little more minute towards the back of the car, but even then you can still see how it just starts to flare out and it hooks back in. A very well designed vehicle. Well designed in the fact that it's a good performing car. It's got all-wheel drive, and it's just a nice to look at car too. From what I've seen on the internet though, unfortunately, at least from what I've seen, it seems as though the STI, or the 2002 model car is like the ugly one. No one really likes them. I don't know. I mean, yes, the Hawkeye looks cool, and the 90s cars look cool, but there's something nice about this one. I really do like the big eyes. It's a small car, it's not a big car, it's a small car with these big headlights here. Sort of gives itself a cute look. Like the hood scoop here. So I got the big eyes and a big hood scoop. Massive fog lights, and I got the fog light covers on there. The golden wheels were painted that way from the kit factory. Really a nice looking car with the the blue and gold color scheme. I think if you're gonna go with a darker blue color, you want to paint these bronze. I got blue doors in there. It's kind of hard to see in the back, but I did paint the back doors. Door sides blue too, just like the fronts up there. It's got the manual transmission. It's a, if I'm not mistaken, the WRX had a 5-speed, but STIs had 6. So this being an STI, this one would have a 6-speed. Now all modern day WRXs have 6 speeds. The last manual transmission Imprezas had a 5-speed. And the Crosstrek, when they first came out, they had 5-speed manuals and upgraded to 6 speeds. Foresters had 5 speeds, moved up to 6. And the Outback had a 6-speed too. Well, that's my video on the Bug-Eye WRX STI from Tamiya. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one, where we will probably do a unboxing video on a new kit. So stay tuned. Cheers!